Hello, thanks for joining me for Saleabration Sunday. It's Kate from Inkstampshare.ink. This week I brought you By the Bay. This is a really lovely stamp set that's out with Saleabration until the end of this month. It's got some great images on it. It's got a cottage by the sea. It's obviously by the bay. It's got a cottage by the sea. It's got a seashell and it's got some seagulls and some really nice sentiments. This cottage is lovely. It just reminds me of being on holiday in somewhere like Devon or Cornwall. So I'm going to show you how to use this stamp set, and I'm just going to use a couple of these images today. I thought I'd get out my watercolour pencils. I haven't used these for ages, but I do like them. In fact, I love them. And I thought it was time I got them out again. I'm also using one of our note cards. These come pre-made, pre-scored, with matching envelopes, so you don't even have to make your card bases for this. These are Whisper White note cards and envelopes, and they come in a pack of 20. They're really useful. So that's what I'm using for my card base. Right, I've got my big stamp on a block. This is the cottage stamp. I'm just going to grab my black ink. I just popped out of reach. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to ink it up. Ink it up really well. There we go. Oh gosh, I've got it everywhere. Look at that. Never mind. Let's hope I don't get it everywhere on the card. Okay, so I've got my card base. Now I'm stamping straight onto my card today instead of doing lots of layers. So let's see how it works. You know what? Card has two sides, doesn't it? Right, I tell you what, I'm going to open it up. I think it's going to be a lot easier to stamp with the card already open. Just checking what you can see. Right, okay. Let's stamp this one down. I'm going to stamp it nearer the bottom, like so, and then press it down well. It's a large stamp. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that worked fine. It's very wet, that ink, isn't it? Let me move it out of the way. I'll put it on my chamois. Right, cool. So we've got that. Let's see if it'll help dry. Let's give it a wave. There we go. Okay, so I've got my watercolour pencils and I'm going to colour in my image. I've decided to use Old Olive. I'm going to use Bermuda Bay, a bit of the Rich Raspberry and grey. I need that one as well. Oh, I think I'll take the Pacific Point too. And I've got my aqua painter. Now an aqua painter is a paintbrush with a water-filled chamber. So you've got your water on the go. So you could take this out and this out with you if you wanted to be out and about crafting and you've got it all at your fingertips. You don't need a lot of equipment, which I love. It's brilliant. Now let's just see if that's a bit drier. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to colour it in. It seems a bit wet though. Maybe I got a bit enthusiastic with my ink. I don't want to muddy it. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to colour it in. Now, bearing in mind, this is Whisper White cardstock and it's not watercolour paper. So I can't really saturate it with water and I can't overwork it or it will pill. But you can use it. You can use it if you're a bit sparing. So I'm going to just, all this stonework down the bottom, I'm just going to start to colour in. Really quickly and simply. I'm not an artist. I love crafting and creating. I'm quite creative and I love rubber stamping and making boxes and all that kind of stuff. Card making and scrapbooking, but I can't draw for toffee, which is why I love stamps, because they do it all for you. But I'm also not that great at, you know, sort of watercolour painting, but this just does it all for you and you don't have to be accurate at all. I'm just colouring in where the rocks and the pebbles on the beach would be. And I've just done a lot of the grey there. Then all of this area over here is all greenery, grass and shrubbery. So I'm just going to go right over that in the Old Olive. As you can see, I'm not really paying much attention. So yeah, just go for it. A bit more up here. Definitely somewhere in the doorway. Some down around this little house cottagey thing here. There we go. And then we've got some roofs, and I think I'm going to do the roofs in Rich Raspberry because they're kind of that kind of look, cottagey farmhouse look. There we go. So I've got that colour, I've used those. Right, okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of the Bermuda Bay down the bottom so you can see where the sea would be. So, not very much, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with my aqua painter. Yeah, so it's just a fluid filled brush and you just gently squeeze it. If you squeeze it too much, you're going to get an awful lot of water coming out of the brush tip, and you don't want that to happen. I'm going to start off with the grey and I'm gently going to go over it. My brush tip is actually almost dry. I've just got a little bit of water coming through. And it's enough to blend those brush strokes with the watercolour pencil, if you can see, and make it into a watercolour. Love it. You can go out and do all these pebbles on the beach. And it just gives that like watercolour impression. Like that. And then when you want to change colour so that you don't muddy your other colours, you just wipe it on something like a paper towel or your scratch paper or your grid paper. Right, let's just do the roofs. Like that. There's another one that I've missed. Let's grab that one. It's just here, tiny little one. There we go. Let's do that a bit more. There we go. And then, so we've done that, and we'll do the green. Do the greenery. So we haven't got too much longer Saleabration left, end of this month. So we've got about literally, I don't know, what is that, 2 weeks left? 2 and a bit weeks. Oh, we've had some great items. So, but some of them are actually selling out quite fast. We've lost a few, so if there is anything you like, or there's a whole bunch of items that coordinate with Saleabration that are fabulous, they're selling out as well. If there's anything you've had your eye on, they are literally going. So just grab them while you can. A bit more green up there, I think. We also have that amazing joining offer, which is a no-brainer. And that obviously finishes at the end of the month too, so don't miss out on that if you want lots of product. It's a £170 worth of products for £90. Or if you want the tote, it's £170 worth of products plus the tote bag for £125. It's a no-brainer. Do take advantage of it because we haven't had an offer as good as that for ages. And you can join up with me if you like. You just go over to my blog at inkstampshare.ink and click on the link. So easy. Get loads of freebies. There we go. So I've coloured it in. I'm just going to do the sea. Just like that. So not too much water. I don't want to end up with it all bobbly. I might put a little bit more down there. There we are. Okay, so we've got our kind of seaside image. Let's blend it a bit more. I want to do some for the sky. I'm going to do a little bit for the sky, not too very much. Just so this is Pacific Point. There's a lot of colours in this watercolour pencil pack. Most of them are brights. Okay, so I'm going to go over that. So you could have a little craft kit on the go when you're out and about. All you need is your little pack of watercolour pencils and an aqua painter, a pack of note cards, an ink pad and a stamp set, and you would be set. You could take it everywhere, couldn't you? Great for going on holiday. I need a little bit more water in that. There we go. I don't want it too wet, but we need some. There, I think we're pretty much done. I don't want to wet it too much. Not only will it pill, but it also make the card bendy. Wavy card. There we go. So there's our kind of image on the side of our card. And then over this side, I'm going to put our sentiment. Now there's some nice ones in here. It's got thinking of you, may all your paths lead to happiness, or thank you. And I think I'm going to go thinking of you. Which one shall I go for? I don't think I've used thinking of you. Oh no, I have. That one left in there is thank you. So I'm going to use the thinking of you, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to ink that one up. I think I've tried it out though. Read it up the right way. Should we try it out on our scratch paper? Yeah, let's put that one on there. Thinking of you card is a useful card to have, isn't it? I'm going to stand up to start this one so I can see that if I'm doing it straight. You never know. Yes, thinking of you. Oh, perfect. I'm happy with that. Excellent. So we've got a little thinking of you note card with a watercolour bay scene on it. There's also a really cute seashell image, and I'm going to stamp that on the inside. And I'm going to leave a lot of room there for your words. So I'm going to stamp that here. Let's make sure I've got it up the right way. Definitely. You don't want it up the wrong way, floating in the air. There you are, it's just a bit wet. There's your seashell. Isn't it gorgeous? There we go. Perfect. So all you need to do then is grab an envelope. If I can get it out, it's stuck inside the packet. Oh, I haven't opened it very well at all. There we are. Oh, they're in a little cellophane belly band, that's why. There we go. So I've got it, and then on the front I'm going to put the other little one. I like this, the other stamp in here. It's got birds on it. And I'm going to put it on the envelope. Sweet, isn't it? Really sweet. Okay, so that's it. I hope you like it. It's such a simple little card that we've used and we've made with our watercolour pencils. So this is a free stamp set in Saleabration. It's called By the Bay, and I like this one a lot. I think it's quite useful. I hope you've enjoyed the card. Do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you do. I would be really pleased. And don't forget to click that little bell down below for future notifications of videos. This is the other one I made with the other sentiment on. May all your paths lead to happiness. Aren't they cute? Thanks for stopping by.